i-feature po natin ngayon ay ang isa sa mga makasaysayang tahanan dito sa siyudad ng Richmond, BC, na minsan ay masayang pinamahayan ng magkapatid na Charles Edwin at William London na nagsimula noong 1881. At ito ay ang London Heritage Farm na matatagpuan sa southwest part ng Richmond sa Dyke Road. Ang magkapatid na Charles Edwin na noon ay 16 years old at si William naman ay 17 years old ay nagtungo dito sa British Columbia noong 1877. Galing sila ng Ontario, Canada.
Makaraan ng mahigit 140 taon mula nang mabili ang lugar na ito, halina po at samahan niyo kami upang magbalik tanaw sa makasaysayang parteng ito ng Richmond, BC, ang London Heritage Farm. Ang London family ay minsan naging isa sa mga kauna-unahang pamilya na residente ng Richmond. Sa lugar na ito ay samahan niyo po kaming pumasok sa orihinal na parte ng bahay ng London family na nakumpletong maitayo noong 1898. Ito ay 10 taon matapos mapangasawa ni Charles Edwin si Miss Henrietta Dalgell na galing ng Scotland. Tulad po sa ating mga nakaraang videos ay mapalad po tayong muling masamahan at mabahagian ng munting kasaysayan ng lugar na ito. Pakinggan po natin.
Okay, so welcome to London Heritage Farm. This farm began with 2 brothers, Charles and William London, and they were 16 and 17 years old back in 1881. When they came to this property, they actually purchased 200 acres for $2,000, a very good investment. Charles was the farmer of the 2 brothers, and William was more of the entrepreneur. William started a general store and a post office just down the way at London Landing area. The photo that you're seeing right there is Charles. And Charles married Henrietta in 1888. And when they married, of course, they needed a much larger home. When the brothers first arrived, they built the smaller home that you see, as well as the water tower. The water that you see here is actually the dike. This was a man-made dike. They brought in the water so that they could take their small boats with their produce from fruit to cabbage and potatoes and hay and wheat down into New Westminster by boat. The picture you see here has Henrietta and her mother. Her mother came from Scotland as well. Henrietta came from Scotland when she was 17 years old, and she traveled with just her bag and her Bible and her clothing. And you'll see the Bible is upstairs and it's very, very large, so there weren't too many clothes left in that bag, we're quite sure. Mm-hmm. The photo that is here is done in 1915, and this is the London family. Lucy being the oldest daughter, Charles, their son Edwin. Now Charles' full name was Charles Edwin London, so his son is named after him. Louis, who had been in the war. Florrie, the youngest daughter, and May. And May lived to be 100 years old, and they had her birthday party here on the property.
Is that right? Oh.
Yes, so good longevity. And her daughter is now 86 as well.
Okay.
But quite an interesting history how to knit and how to do quilting. And This is the parlor. Now, the parlor is considered like a living room to you and I, but this is where Henrietta would host the different ladies of the neighborhood, and she would have Sunday church service here. And this is before the South Arm United Church was built. Henrietta was a staunch Presbyterian. The children would have to be on their best behavior when they came into this room. The piano is original to the house, but most of their furnishings had been in storage and they lost it through a fire, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. It's good.
Your old style telephone?
Ooh.
The true meaning of the party line. It's a party because everyone hears what you're talking about.
That's right.
Hey, can I make a call? So this would have set up as a dining room, but originally this was the parents' bedroom.
Okay,
With
they
an
changed.
enclosed wall, of course. But, and you'll see the different photos all up on the
Wall.
family photos, reunion photos as well. We have this set up as a dining room.
Looks very nice. Look at the chandelier.
Nice tall ceilings.
Maybe the chandelier is not the original one, or
Is it still the original one, the light?
Not original.
yeah, the
But it's
original.
really nice.
So this is the dining room.
Lovely smock dresses that are made. Susan Hayhoe makes her dresses.
Who did that one again?
Susan Hayhoe. Susan
Okay.
also makes all of our jams and jellies. We have all
Okay.
types. We have blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, pear, and raspberry. Can you imagine running after 5 children? This is for the long, wide hallway. So this was a great area for the children to play in poor weather. Now this is done up as the child's room. So we're looking back to a period from 1890 to 1930. And the picture that you see on the wall is quite interesting. If you want to capture that, you can see all the different fairy tales.
That's
You
right.
see
This
those?
is Snow White,
Start looking at them, yes.
the wolf.
The 3 little pigs.
Yeah, that's right. Who did that one?
The lady's name is right on there, and she's a famous artist in Europe, in Britain. So it's kind of cute. So we have some old family. You did see 1905 to 2005. 100 years old.
Wow.
And you'll notice here, look at the little skinny little ringlets that the girls all had as little ones. And they were actually done with what we would call a curling iron. A very thin, skinny little curling iron. We have that down in Lucy's bedroom that you can see. And it was electric, it was plug-in. Now, I mentioned the Bible.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see the size of the Bible that was in her bag. And
Must
you
be
can tell
King
that
James Bible.
there were too many pieces of clothing left in her bag for the size.
Yeah, imagine.
So this is dated as 1867.
Wow.
They were able to preserve this, right?
Yes.
Wow.
No one has a closet. Down there, they all have closets. They learn how to spend.
Oops, sorry.
All the girls, of course, knew how to sew. So you'll see various sewing machines here.
Oh yeah, the singer, is that a singer sewing machine?
Doesn't say that it's. No, it doesn't say.
So this is a Singer sewing machine.
Actually, I've only had, you're my 4th set, 3 and 4. I don't actually know. I don't know if that's their son. It doesn't really look like their son.
This is
Spinners, but actually it was one of the boys' bedrooms, but we just have some items on display.
Oh, that's really nice.
Spinning and
This is really
types of different
interesting.
yarns that were used and making of rugs. So you'll notice a lot of the school trustees, Arrington, McRoberts, your schools as well as your community centers,
that's right.
famous names. Yes.
Yeah,
So how many rooms in total? Like the bedrooms, basically.
There were 6 bedrooms until this was built, right?
Do they have any like hidden?
You're looking at the heat here.
Whatever.
Hidden doors? No, not really. There's the door to the attic. But I'll show you something that's kind of different here. So do you know what this might be?
Oh wow!
Is that
What's that?
And film.
that's
Oh yeah.
that's
This is actually called a pig, a P-Y-G. To you and I, it's like a hot water bottle. You'd put the hot water bottle, hot water into here, and put this in under the sheets to warm your feet when you go to bed.
oh, it's that how it is.
It's like a hot water bottle, you know, just to
Wow.
so your feet weren't frozen.
That's
Now,
pretty
I
good.
showed you the small little ringlets. And notice that's a plug-in, right?
Oh yeah.
But look at the size of that for a curling iron.
Wow.
Very thin little ringlets that the little girls have.
Oh, is that a? Oh wow, that's interesting. That's really
And when
interesting.
you want to wash up, you've got your
Yeah,
bottle
that's a
here.
wash basin.
She
Yeah.
was staunch Presbyterian.
You can imagine she has a big Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, and this one is like this is an original.
Yes, the dress. Yes.
Oh wow.
Now I'll show you something rather than the rooms. This is the guest bedroom, and Henrietta had a few friends. There was one lady that came all the way from Westminster, and she'd help her with her jams and preserves and such. But the lady's full-time job in Westminster was sewing the lining and coffins.
Oh wow. This is a different kind of job.
Now this is actually called a mourning dress because you would wear this to the funeral.
Yeah.
So you'd be walking into town wearing this. But I want to show you
The shoes.
and look at the size of the
Is
shoes.
that original?
Well, these are of that period.
Okay.
But look at the size.
Yeah, it's so like.
I think I have a big foot. What do you think?
Yeah, it's,
All that lace up.
Yeah, and so
And
slim.
still a fairly high heel. So
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Which
Yeah.
matches the dress really.
Now the gentlemen
Nice.
back in the day, rather than the poor housewife having to do all the laundry every single day, the gentlemen would just have their collars washed. So this would button onto their shirts
and
and
just wear
there's
it
their collar.
like
So they
oh,
would wash this on a day-to-day basis, whereas
Wow.
they might not wash their shirt every single day.
that's good.
So we're back to having suspenders. The old style camera, which some children see and they say, is that an accordion? That's the actual case for the camera.
But the
Back
dresses
in
are.
those days, they never thought of such inventions as what you're holding in your hand.
That's right.
Dresses then were very elegant.
Social etiquette. Things to do and not to
Yeah,
do.
the man.
That's pretty good.
Etiquette. Yeah, it's really.
And thank you.
Maybe
So
they
the
store
attic,
some.
the attic is here. Well, I will show you.
Matapos ang masayang pakikipag-usap sa ating nakasamang volunteer, ay samahan niyo pa rin po kami upang ating pasyalan ang kabuuan ng lugar na ito. Sa lawak ng lugar na ito ay talaga namang mapapagod ka rin sa paglalakad. Ngunit halina po at puntahan naman natin ang iba pang portion ng farm nito. Dito po sa parting ito matatagpuan ang mga iba't ibang klase ng equipment na siyang ginagamit sa farming. Dito po nagwawakas ang ating munting pagbisita sa London Heritage Farm. Maraming salamat po.